Hello and welcome to the only show on the interweb that actually does a Comic-Con forecast. This is the Comic-Con Highway forecast. All right, guys, let's see what's going on. In Flint, Michigan, we're going to have the Flint Comics. That's going to be featuring Brian Germain. That's going on October 13th. In New York, the PBS Platz and Nerd 3.0 is going to be happening. It's featuring Michael Wagoner. That's also October 13th. In Indiana, you're going to have the 9th annual Kokomo Con. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I hope I am. That's going to have my friend, the Rising Tide, the clever title pending, and never mind the furthermore host, Brian K. Morris, new writer of Spencer Spook. I don't know, I tripped over my words there for a minute. In North Carolina, as far as we know, this is still going on and not affected by the hurricane. You're going to have the Carolina Fan Expo featuring, or guest starring, I should say, David Adkins. Way to go, David. And in Florida, we're going to have the Emerald City Comic Fest featuring this guy, Mr. Anderson, the devilish indie creator, the unboxable advocating creator, who will tempt you with his tales and write stories about fetish monsters and more. John Crawford, a wrestling legend writer. He brings wrestling legends to life in comic book pages. Fire Girl. For those who don't know who Fire Girl is, you're missing out. You got to come check out the show to find out. James Hayek. I got to ask him how to pronounce his name. I always just call him James. He is, of course, going to be repping Scout Comics. My friend, Austin Janowski. Oh, wow. It's going to be one of those nights with pronunciations. It's probably because I have a migraine, so I do apologize. Austin, of course, is going to be talking about Dawn of the Dead comic book working on. Greg Kravovic, great artist, going to be there. My friend Roland Mann is going to be in the house, along with my other friend Jeff Whitting. It's going to be a jam-packed show. So many great creators. That's all going down Saturday, October 13th. And before we get on to our usual sister site, we're going to bring to you tonight's sponsor. This has been brought to you by Fetishism Tales Volume 1. This is a book about ending sexual bias and showing the humanity that is often overlooked by those who look down on humans they do not understand and worse, never try to. Join the movement by clicking or typing in writtensins.net. All right, let's check out the convention scene. As far as I know, all of these so far have not been canceled. Hickory, North Carolina is going to have the Carolina Fan Expo. We know that David Atkins is going to be there. Also on 10/13 is going to, in Roanoke, Virginia, is going to be the Roanoke Valley Comic Con at the Tanglewood Mall. In St. Louis, Missouri on the 13th, we'll have the St. Louis Small Press Expo. And Robert Rich, am I saying that, Robert? He'll be tabling at the St. Louis Small Press Expo tomorrow, sitting at the Jacob Bovetz table. So what good timing there, Robert. You got here right at the time. Is it Robert Reach? He's going to be there. So now you got a great reason to go to St. Louis. On 10/13/18 in Dearborn, Michigan, you're going to have the Comgeek Con? I don't know. It's going to be the Arab American National Museum. So that's going to be interesting. 10/13 to 10/14, a rare 2-day show this week. And there's most shows seem to be one day. Oaks, Pennsylvania is going to have Retro Con in the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center. Also the 13th to the 14th, we're talking about this. The Jacksonville CBC Comic Book and Toy Show. As far as we know, that is still going on. In Massachusetts on the 13th to the 14th, you'll have the Farmingham, Massachusetts Super Mega Comic Con. That's at the Sheraton Farmington Hotel and Conference Center. 10/13 to the 14th, we'll also find Mount Hope having Hamilton Comic Con. Also on the 13th to the 14th in India is going to be the Hybrid Comic Con. I believe Rahil Moshin who is Mohsin, is going to be there. He's, of course, my co-creator behind Cat Dad and Supermom, which will be coming to you in 2019. 10/13 to the 14th in Ellensburg. Reichard. Okay. So it's Robert Reichard. Sorry about that, Robert. 10/13 to the 14th, Ellensburg, Washington is going to have the Central City Comic Con. Also on the 14th, Philadelphia is going to have the Philadelphia Comic Con in Exington, Philadelphia at the Clarion Hotel Conference Center. And finally on the 14th in Columbia, Missouri, we're going to have the Columbia MicroCon. That's going to be at the Burr Oak Brewing Company event profile to be found on convention scene. So tons of amazing stuff going on. Of course, we'll leave you with the amazing Comic-Con forecast map for this weekend. We don't have a lot going on the West Coast this time. India it's great to see an international con showing up. I believe it's already begun, depending on the date line. Isn't the date line a little different? I don't know. I think they're almost about to begin. Exciting times. I love the fact that Comic-Cons are going on across the world. So you guys got to pack. You got to get ready. You got to get out there. Please be safe. I know it's been treacherous weather all around in the Northeast due to the remainders of the hurricane. So please be careful on your travels for any fallen tree limbs or anything like that in any path of the hurricane. And my name is Mr. Anderson, and I have been your host and the advocate for the Comic-Cons coming this weekend. And here's an idea. Go to Kickstarter, back a Kickstarter, kind of like Fetishes and Tales Volume 1, and support it with a PDF file. Then show up at a Comic-Con after reading the book and knowing you love it, and buy the book from the creator. We'll see you all on the Comic-Con highway.